Okay, everyone. Hope everyone is having a absolutely lovely day. I'm getting ready to head outside. But first, before we head outside, let's do a quick word from our sponsor. And it should be just like so. Oh, it's a little off. Let me turn it back on here. Great. Guys, you still haven't tried the 1775 coffee. Guys, now's your shot. Guys, the 1775 starter kit drops. And there's only 1,000 units. Guys, you get bold dark roast coffee that hits harder. And you get their smooth medium roast and their mushroom coffee, which is my absolute favorite. Love that mushroom coffee. Guys, clean energy, laser focus, and there's absolutely no crash. Guys, it's all single origin. It's small batch. It's toxin-free, mold-free. Plus, right now, you guys are also getting a gold spoon clip. Because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. A black 1775 tumbler. Because that is $170 worth of gear. Guys, yours for only $99. Guys, we've all seen 1775 blow up here on Rumble and wondered if it's absolutely worth it. Guys, it is absolutely worth it. So, guys, go to 1775coffee.com/studio. Grab your starter kit. Guys, before they're gone. Guys, bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, guys, just like Rumble does. Okay, let's head on out. We're going to go feed the chickens. So let me switch over to that cam, and let's head on out that way, guys. See you in a few minutes. Cam, and let's head on out that way, guys. See you in a few minutes. Okay, we should be good. I got mic'd up. Forgot I need to get my gloves on, and we should be good to go. Now I need to make sure I can hear chat because I keep forgetting I disabled chat before I head out. I mean, I disabled chat so that it doesn't come and affect anything. So. So now we're good to go. I make it so chat doesn't come across while I'm reading an ad and annoy everything. Okay, guys. Whew. Chilly day out there right now. Let me, I'm looking for my gloves. Let me put my thing on here. I'm just right inside the door right now. I'll sip of some warm coffee before we go. Gloves on. I was trying to get this to broadcast in all the usual places, but for some reason, it's not going to everywhere. So we will see. We will see who's around and who's going to hang out. I should so chat should show up in my ear. I do actually want to do a quick test of that. It has been a little while. I had to actually do a little different setup here because it was absolutely being silly. And I don't know why it was being silly. It was being silly. So let's do a quick little why are we not getting audio in my ear? It's showing up on the screen now. So let me check one just to make sure that I have it turned on. Maybe I accidentally turned off the widgets. TTS. I actually turned off the widgets. That was the problem. Okay. Test number 2. There's my brother out there. Let's see if test number 2 shows up in my ear like it's supposed to. Test number 2 does not show up in my ear. So I'm just going to have to keep my eye out for the chat when you guys chat, or figure out if maybe my glasses aren't connected. that was it. Maybe they're not connected. I'm not sure. Let's go.
Battery 98%.
No, they're connected there. So I must not just have something set up, right? I don't know. Let me check one more time just to make sure. Yep, voices are set up. Everything is set up. Don't know. Anyways, let's go. Here we go on a fun adventure. Feed the chickens and all the other fun things that we do. It's cold outside, guys. Absolutely chilly willy. So proof I'm outside because some people, I don't know who some people are, but just to let people know. Say hi, Jake.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, so let's peek at the temperature real fast so we can see the temperature. Current temperature is 19 degrees. Actually, a little warmer than I thought it was going to be. So, oh, look at me. Let's peek at the sky. That's what we're here for. So, it's a tad bit windy. Sister's car's starting to get some snow on it. And, okay. Yeah. Snow has started. So it is officially started. So whatever time it is right now, because I have no idea what time it is. It has officially started. So I have my backup camera. We set up an extra little camera right there. So before I put that one into my farm mix, I was going to run a little test to see how good it did. So I'm going to have that camera set up. So the plan of action today, for those that want to know, the plan of action today is we are going to feed the chickens. We're going to feed the rabbits. Then we're going to get everybody water. Then we're going to go for a little walk. And I don't know where we're going to go for a walk just yet, but we're going to go on a little walk someplace. Maybe we'll go up to the just-in-time garden. Maybe we'll just go for a little walk. Maybe we'll go halfway up the mountain. I am not sure just yet. But we will do some type of walk. So I'm going to bring the camera back around because I'm going to open up the barn. We got a free ranger hanging out right there. You can see the bunny. He little free range guys. He goes in and out of the barn. But he knows it's food time. Right, free ranger. And he's just wanting some food. So we'll see a few handful of ducks come out right now because a couple of the ducks don't mind the cold. But we did actually keep them all in here because we didn't want to. We're trying not to let so much cold air come in until we were in here actually feeding everyone. So. So I'm going to grab the water real fast, head on out that way, and then we are going to get some water while Lisa is going to be focusing on some other stuff. And then we'll go feed the... and then we will go feed the rabbits, and I'll help Lisa with the ducks, or everybody in there, so it'll be good. It'll be good to go. So, kind of excited about this rain, snow, ice, whatever we're gonna get. I'm really hoping it's just sleet and snow. I really don't want rain and ice. That's not what I'm looking for, friends. It won't be fun. That'd be a non bueno day. Because if we get both of those, that means we're gonna lose power. And then if we lose power, there's all these other prep things I have to do. And not that I can't do any of them. I have a lot of them already easy set up in my head of how we're going to do them, or stuff already prepped up. Like, I think we have the gasoline set up at the house. I need to actually see if we did that. But I'll have all that handled. But I kind of rather not to. I kind of rather just get some ice and some snow and spend some time just streaming, maybe maybe getting on there and streaming a bit, maybe playing some games. I don't know. I will be safe. Thank you. We'll be safe. Thank you. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We just have to be here on the farm. So hopefully that just means that we just have to get the animals nice and ourselves good. And if it starts getting really crazy, I'm going to keep my phone charged and I'm going to keep all of this charged because we'll go on some, if it gets really crazy, we'll go on some fun adventures outside. Like I'll bundle up again like I am right now. Maybe I'll get a scarf and we'll go head to the top of the mountain, or we'll head around if it looks like it's going to ice, because it's really fun to be outside when it's icing. So either way, we'll get it all figured out. But right now we are getting everybody fed and I'm getting water. So what did we do? So let's talk about it. I talked about it, me and Mock, Daily Mock. If you guys aren't following him on DLive, go check him out, Daily Mock News or Daily Mock something. We were talking about what things that we were prepping because he's gonna get hit in the area. So one of the things that we did is we know where all of our warm clothes are. That's kind of the first. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Make sure your car has plenty of gas. If you can, fill it all the way up. If you can't, just make sure there's plenty of gas. Don't. This isn't one of those times I run it on E. Hey, and I'm telling myself this because I am absolutely one of those people that runs my car on E all the time. So keep your car not on E. And the next thing you want to do is you want to get your battery bank. So you know your little battery banks for your phones. Get those all charged, because a lot of us have those sitting around and we just don't regularly think about it. Have those charged, because those are really nice at, like, right after the power goes out, when you're trying to think about what rest you should have already had planned and done. It's nice to be able to just grab those real quickly, plug your phone in, and know that you're going to have some signals. I suggest turning up the heat in your house a bit. So, you know, if you're someone who usually keeps your house at like 68, maybe bump it up to like 70. Just so you... Hey, man. Thanks for the follow. And so bump that up a little bit. Get your temperature up a little bit higher in your house, because you just never know. It's always a good idea. Other thing to do is, depending on, you know, if you have a well, how you get your water, I guess, is the best thing, is fill up a couple jugs. You know, you've probably got some stuff sitting around. Even if you have to go back through your trash and get one of your old milk jugs, you know, wash that out now, get it filled up, get yourself some jugs so that you have some water just in case. Because, like, you know, where I live, as crazy as it is, and we live here in the middle of nowhere, and you see me getting water out of a cistern, our house water is actually on city water. So visit x.fireflies page at. So with that, make sure you have some extra water set up, because, you know, just in case we're out for a couple days. And, you know, worst case scenario, so you wasted a couple gallons of water. No big deal. You can always flush it down the toilet or something like that. Next thing, start prepping your meals. Start figuring out what meals you want to have for the next couple days. So depending on your region, because each state now is issuing a different state of emergency. So depending on what your state says, like there's places in Virginia, they're saying it might be worth planning for a week. So if you're one of those, plan out your meals for the next week. If you are just in one of those places where it says you might lose it for a day or so, or you might not lose it at all, then just have a short little plan. Next, flashlights, candles, all that good stuff. So I don't know if you're a candle person, if you're a flashlight person, whatever. Whichever one you are, know where that's at. If you're a candle person, know where your candle is and know where you have something to light that candle. So, because if you need to get that, make sure you have that set up, ready to go, so you can light that up. You know, a tip I have for my friends that are smokers: make sure you have a couple extra packs of whatever you smoke, or some extra, just in case. Because, you know, first off, you're not going to be able to run to the dispensary, or not going to be able to run to the gas station to get your smokes. because the roads might get bad. So, and plus you don't want to be irritable. You don't want to be without your medicine. You don't want to, so just another thing to think about. I don't have any of those current vices, but my dad does. And so those are just things that I like to think about with. Downfall to these lids when they get a little damp is they freeze on like this one did. Not sure. It might be warm enough. I said it was 19. I'm not sure it's going to be warm enough to put the water on here. I might actually make it worse. Let this sit for a second. Maybe I'll take that other one. Let's take the gamble, guys. I'm going to pour the water on it. It might be a bad idea. I might have just made it so I can't get the water on it anymore. But let's do that real fast. And then quickly try to twist it off. Okay. It did work that time. Sometimes it's too cold and I just freeze it on there and it becomes a bigger hassle, a bigger dilemma. Make sure your phone, top up your phone, like keep your phone plugged in now through the rest of the day until you lose power. Keep your phone plugged in. I know these are sounding like stupid things, but they're things that like I need to remind myself because I'm so used to my phone being able to last all day. And while it will last all day, if we lose power at 1 o'clock in the morning and my phone hasn't got a chance to charge back up to 100%, then I lost a lot of good charging power that I could have totally been utilizing. I also going to tell you all right now that I would highly suggest if you are in one of the regions that the power is going to go out and to turn off the TV. Maybe pay attention to the weather a bit, but forget about what all the silliness that's happening on the news. I know there's some stuff happening in Minnesota, and I know that to a lot of people that's important. Right now, your focus is prepping for the cold. Focus is prepping for whatever crazy weather is about to occur. And that's what we need to be focusing on. That's what I highly suggest focusing on, because all that's a distraction. Regardless of what side you feel, it's all a distraction right now, because when you have a local event going on, so you have a snowstorm, you have an ice storm, you have whatever, the local event always trumps whatever's happening out there in some faraway land that's not in your backyard. So if you didn't get food and you happen to be here, like West Virginia and East Coast, get your ass out there and get something now. You should have done that last night, but you might still have enough time if you quickly hurry, go to your local store, pick up a few things. If you don't, make some bread. Like Lisa's got some bread prepped right now. So when we go back in a little bit, she'll have some bread. She'll be making some sourdough bread. I think she's going to make some cookies too, because why not make fun desserts as well while you're, you can live without power, and you can also have a luxurious, it can be absolutely luxurious. It doesn't just have to be, when I, little side note. So we're going to be starting, me and Lisa's going to be starting the Crappy Rainbows Art Collective this year. And we're going to be doing some cool, nature, a combination between garden art projects and animal art projects and farm and art together. And that's kind of my test run for my community. For some of you that are new or some of you that don't know, in the future, I'm doing a lot of research right now. In the future, I'm going to be starting a community so that we can live in community. I know that's like the bananas and rice. I know it's horrible. So what I mean by that is I'm tired of this paradigm. So I want to have this small town feel. I want to have like-minded people. We're not all going to get along, but just like-minded people living together, doing cool shit. And so my first little practice of that is going to be our art collective that we're starting. So the Crappy Rainbows Art Collective. That's Lisa's business, is the Crappy Rainbows. And then with the Mavis Institute, that's where you learn your skills to be able to thrive in the coming world, regardless of what it is. Regardless if it's AI overlords, the sun sheds its micronova, or it's just a silly it's just a silly future, and everything, you know, continues on the same way. Having your farming skills, your sustainability skills, your skills on how to, you know, be cool, you know, be cool skills, then we'll thrive. And that's what's important. Okay. I need to get the stuff I'm in here to prep for the rabbits. So I'm going to set you guys right here for just a second. So luckily we got some hay last night. So we should have some nice fresh hay in here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. All right, now we're going to go get the rabbits some food. And all that good jazz.
You want to take some of these oats? Or do you want to mix it in with that? Or?
I'll come back and get those oats before I load everybody up. So I'm trying to make sure I get you plenty of water. Are you gonna need to fill that other one up again? Okay, cool. Let me get the bunnies fed and I'll be back in. So, if you're watching this any place, like most of the places, if you head over to my YouTube, which is X Sector Firefly Mavis, so it's XDR Firefly MAVIS. That's where my shorts are, and I do daily out the window weather shorts. I occasionally post some of those up on Pilled, so that's probably the only other place that you guys can watch some of them right now. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to be starting a new program over on the shorts category. So it's going to be Doc's Daily Dose. And Doc's Daily Dose, it's going to be a lot more woo. Because I know some of you know that I just really dig the woo. And if you don't know what woo is like the esoteric. Woo is the, you know, the fairies. Woo is the, you know, the breathing techniques. Woo is just the way to make a better version of you that is not necessarily science. It doesn't mean it's not science. It just means it's not necessarily science. So we'll probably start that in February. We're going to probably start the, it'll go along with my out the window weather. My daily out the window weather is Doc's Daily Dose. And we will have that included in that as well. I'm going to try to do more of the Let's Feed the Chickens. And then as soon as I get bees, we will absolutely bring back the Be Aware series. Because the Be Aware series, I've got some, we are building refrigerator bees this year. So I'm going to be putting a refrigerator, and we're going to be building bees in a refrigerator. So why? Because of the insulation. And because there's so many cell towers here, I think the cell towers are what is making my bees not happy. So if I end up doing something and I can do something to help protect them from the 5G, from the LTE, from whatever radio signals that exist, it's kind of what my goal is going to be. So that'll be something to look forward to in the spring. I'm calling this season 10. I don't know. I don't know how many. I still have to organize the episodes. If you want to watch all of the recaps of all of the seasons since I've done the Let's Feed the Chickens from the very, very beginning back in 2017, 2018, if you want to see the very beginning of the Let's Feed the Chickens, you need to head over onto Rumble, and it's LTFC, just like LTFC, or if you just look me up X Factor Firefly there on Rumble, and you'll see one of my channels. And you can go back and you can look at the archive of all the Let's Feed the Chickens shows. That's where I archive them all when they're done. Okay, I should say that's where I'm going to, I'm still missing a couple episodes because at one particular point I was moving them around to different channels, and a couple of them I have lost, and a couple of them I've had to like really search around and figure out where I ended up putting them. And last year I didn't do too many shows. Like last year was a crazy year. A crazy year for me. 25, it's gonna go down to is not necessarily a good year. So, but 26 is looking up, man. It's already looking like a pretty good year, even with this crazy snow coming in. Because I love weather. Probably one of my favorite things about being outside and living in the country is loving weather. But anyways, yeah, this year I've got lots of stuff, and then I'm going to. I know some of you on like Kick and D Live and maybe Partied are used to me just playing video games. Now some of you old timers know that I used to just do this kind of stuff all the time. Some of my new followers on those have just seen me use these channels to play video games and things of that sort. But I just want you to know that it's not just video games. That's just a fun thing that I really enjoy doing. Gets me connected with a bunch of different types of people. And so, big plans for this year. If you want to really show your support, you want to show how cool I am, you want me to know that you think I'm cool, the two places I'd like you to visit, if you go over to my YouTube channel, X Dr. Firefly Mavis, check that out, and head over to my Rumble channel, which is X Dr. Firefly. If you give me, you follow me over there, give me some subs over there, that either of those channels would be awesome. And the reason for that is because those are the two channels I'm trying to monetize. And the reason I'm trying to monetize those is all the money that I use for my streaming goes towards dealing with my farm in my 501c3. And so some of you might not realize I run a 501c3. It's called the Mavis Institute. That's you teach people about farming, gardening, off-grid living. We're gonna be expanding this out to kind of like some adulting. We really want to get into skills. So I'm going to focus on life navigation a lot this year. This year's main focus is life navigation. Let me walk over here and grab this water. And what does life navigation mean? So let me grab this water and walk back to you and I'll tell you. So with life navigation, there is a bunch of things that we were used to regularly taught, and then over the years they've kind of slacked away at teaching them. So things like making bread. Lisa is doing some really cool projects right now. She's just doing some beta testing with her projects, but she's doing some cool projects on repurposing clothing so that you can make your own clothes. We're gonna get some prep work done about making bricks, making some small shelters for animals. And then after we do that kind of stuff, we are going to then start focusing on how to build your own shelters. Because I think that all humans should be able to create their own food, make their own shelter, or at least modify their own shelter. Because, sometimes in this 21st century world, shelters are pretty easy to come by. But at least modify your own shelter and create/modify your own clothing. And I think that those are focuses that we need to do. Then, what we do from there is if, we're going to talk about communication, we're going to talk about tech, because, we want to talk a little bit about different types of radios that we can talk about. I have a Meshtastic set up. I have a BitChat set up. We got ham setups. And it's not even just for necessarily grid down. It's for, grid being silly. Because sometimes the grid's just silly. Sometimes it's not even down. It's just not working right. And communication is very important. Like during this event, I have weather radios, and I will have my weather radio set up. Now, my weather radio happens to also be working with my ham radio and with my ASMR. I think it's ASMR. radios as well. So now we have all that. And then we're also, because I'm putting another spiral. I'm putting another spiral in my spiral garden this year. So with that additional spiral, we're going to be adding a lot more herbs. And we're really going to be expanding the garden. So my goal last year was to make enough food for the colloidal intake. Colloidal. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Intake that humans need in a year. So it's like 1 million calories or so. I wanted to try to produce that in the garden for one person. And man, I was on my way, and then I had my back issue and all that fun stuff. Yay. But we're good now. I have no plans to get sick this year. No plans to have anything break me anymore. So we're going to be good, strong, happy, healthy. Less filling, whatever adverb you want to add to that mix. I'm going to put you guys here for a second. You guys get some fun angles. Because I'm trying to do a variety of work. So that will be... We got a lot of stuff focused on this year. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you hang out. If you think it's all boring, I don't know why you're here in the first place. If you just like to see me ramble on, or you like to see what stupid thing I'm doing, and I do plenty of stupid stuff, don't worry, I'm here. All my D-Life friends know that I might actually go for a little walk down to the pond later today. And last time, a couple years ago, when I went for the walk on the pond, I heard it cracking, and I fell through. There's a clip someplace floating around of me falling through the pond. So. Okay. Yeah. So let's get back to talking about prep. So the snow's coming down. Make sure you know where your snow shovel is. Make sure cars are placed in areas that you can get them out. Because one of the things that people do is they think about their car and they're just like, oh yeah, I'll be able to drive my car out there. But if you get a lot of ice and you get a lot of crap and stuff that makes it so your car can't go where your car's supposed to be going, that's not bueno. And you should be thinking about this. Like, I need to actually be thinking about something. I don't know if those two cars should be sitting there. I might end up moving my sister's car. So it's an easier in and out of the of our road, just in case we get that ice. Not saying that we need to go anywhere, because I don't plan on it. We did run a bunch of errands yesterday, so I didn't have to do any of this. But you just don't know, friends. You just don't know. You better plan on it. You better always plan on the worst. Plan on the worst, hope for the best. So those that are following me on my gaming channels, we might end up doing a like weather gaming channel. Like I've got an idea of a scene I want to set up where we have like the camera set up, and then we're playing gaming and we're watching the weather. Because one nice thing about the weather like this is it kind of, once you get your chores done, kind of forces you to slow down. And so many of us don't slow down enough. I think it's one of the things I wrote it in my, it was talked about like 2 episodes ago in the Allegheny Front Almanac. Is we talked about, slowing down, and how winter is a great time to slow down, and the purpose of slowing down in the winter, and why slowing down is good and healthy for you. Because I can tell you right now, one of my buddies is currently in the hospital, mainly because he refused to slow down. I don't want to see any of you guys. I don't want to see you guys not not living a luxurious life, not thriving in this world because you refuse to slow down. Because we don't live in a rat race. Life isn't about the hustle. It might feel like it. I want you guys to sit and think about some of your favorite memories, some of your memories that you're going to sit and tell around campfires, some of the memories you're going to share with your nieces and nephews or grandkids or just friends' kids. They're not going to be your hustle. They're going to be some crazy story that happened at like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday that you and your buddies did. And those are the stories. And those are the stories that you're going to remember. Not, oh man, I worked 80 hours, on the first week of June in 2026. I'm not going to remember that shit. You're really not. Yeah, some of you are going to say, oh yeah, but Doc, the money's nice. Honestly, the money's nice, but most of the fun stories you're going to remember are going to not involve a whole lot of money. You think they are. You do. You think they might. And I'm not saying that you don't need money to do things, because money lubricates life in lots of different ways. But what I'm trying to tell you is find that balance. You need to play more. Play more. Work less, play more. And if you disagree with me, you haven't played enough. And again, I'm telling you, I'm not saying sit around and be lazy. I'm not saying do silly things like that. Play, enjoy yourself. Find things that make you happy. Our ancestors better at the balance than we are. They knew how to balance things. We, on this hand, we are suckish. We suck at balancing things. They got the snow trucks. The snow plows are out full force. Full force. I can hear them going out. It's that loud noise you hear in the background. It's the second or third plow truck. They're getting ready. So I put you guys here for a second. Oh, don't want you to fall. Why don't you stand it? Because I don't have the feet. There you go.
Behind you.
Do you want me to get the handy run? Okay.
That hole was too handy, I guess, but I'm gonna need a little bit of the water.
So you're gonna need a little bit more water?
I just usually there's a little left over in that one.
Okay.
But I just need to get the 2 babies and guys. And that's good.
Okay.
Did you button the bunnies up?
I got the bunnies buttoned backed up, yeah.
They're good and buttoned up.
Yeah. Yep. I'll go check it. I'll go give them a second check as I go turn off the water. So.
I'll go turn the water off and check out everything, because that's what I do.
Okay, well, I'm still going to go turn off the water because that's the way I'm heading anyways. Okay, so as I promised, we're gonna turn off the water, but as I promised, we're gonna go head out to the just-in-time garden. We'll head over that way so we can do some peeking at the sky and seeing what's going on over there. I've got acclimated to the weather now, so it's not so bad. I'm also bundled up, so just like an onion, not like a nut. I love that. That's such a silly, fun statement to make. Pop you guys right here for 1 second while I unplug this. Okay. I think today is the, what is the date? Let's look real fast. I wonder what the date is. 24th. So let me spin this around because this is more exciting. Oh yeah, somebody started a nice fire. I can smell it, and it's a wood fire, so that's a good thing. It's not a house burning down fire. They do have a slightly different smell. So, in the country, one of the things you do need to pay attention to is being able to smell the difference between a house fire and a bonfire. And I say that because you just never know, because you never want, one of the things that you have to do if you live here in the country and your neighbor's house catches on fire, you have to, if you see it, you have to do what you can. It's almost it's almost like you don't have a choice. I mean, I don't think you have a choice. Maybe you guys have a choice. I don't. If I see a neighbor, heck, if I see usually pretty much anyone that needs my help, drop whatever I'm doing and help them. Heading up here to the just-in-time garden. I'm going to give you guys a quick little winter preview. So this area over here was kind of the weeds and such last year. I'm going to let a lot of this turn back to hayfield. I'm going to probably up to that line right there.
Lovely weather you're having. Way more accumulation than us so far.
Well, a lot of that snow is just snow that's been on the ground for the past week. Pretty much what you see on the house right there is what the new accumulation is. So anyways, so about right there is we're gonna bring the hayfield up there, and we're gonna put a tree line there. I'm actually gonna probably put some trees here. We're gonna expand this garden because these are all for different things. We have asparagus and some of these. And then we'll bring the hay line up to about right where I'm walking. So oh, by the way, if you're interested, I think I might play some Guild Wars later on this afternoon, maybe late evening. So if you've got all your prep set and you're just ready for, you're ready for action before we lose power, if you're interested, hit me up on Discord, dude. And so I've got, these are my berries. They're all good to go. I'm going to put some more peanuts this year because it was kind of really cool to grow peanuts. So, but yeah, here's the, this is my garlic. So this bed and this bed are both full of garlic because I was trying garlic again this year. So very excited about seeing how well garlic goes.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. Probably around 7 or so.
Sounds awesome. Absolutely. Cool. And then this is my spiral. I think I told you, I was talking about it when I was down there feeding everyone. This is the spiral. This is the spiral garden. So you can kind of see it. It looks a lot cooler once the snow is, but I'll walk through the spiral garden. The reason I put the spiral garden in is because there is this mounding area gives you more surface area to grow things, but it also does slight changes in microclimates. And so having a slight change in a microclimate means that different things can grow better. So things on the top are going to get a lot more, and things on the inside here are going to get a lot cooler. And then I planted this cool tree that one of my friends started growing for me. It's going to be an oak tree. It's the kind of the centerpiece to the spiral garden. And then when we walk down, I'll show you the other spiral garden that we're going to have. So I'm gonna do another really big one this year, since that was just kind of a prototype to see how well I liked spiral gardens. And I did. I like them. They're fun. So this is my start of my hugelkultur bed. So over time, let me get that in place. So over time, I will keep building this up until I can get this to be about 6 feet tall. But then once I get that up, we'll be putting dirt and mound over here, and then I'll be able to grow more and stuff here. But between these four words hard. In this little slotch of land right here, this square, it's 25 feet by 25 feet. I'm going to put in another spiral garden. This will have about 5 spirals. And then you'll be able to walk and mow up between this area right here. So, man, in just the last little bit, the snow has absolutely picked up. I can feel a lot more snow in my beard than I had earlier. And then, I don't know if you can see the little swells. So I put a swell here, and I've got a swell about halfway there, and I'll finish the swell all the way to here. And then I'll have 2 nice little swells right here. What are swells? Swells are ways to slow down water. So as water rolls down the hill, it comes into the swell, it fills up there, and then it kind of soaks out this way. And then just in case it comes down again, it'll fall in there and soak in there, and it'll help water these fruit trees right here. And then I'll have a nice fruit tree path. And yeah, it'll just be all good. Plus, this is kind of my thinking area. I just like being out here in the garden. It makes me, there's just something nice about being outside in a garden that's growing you food, that's helping you survive. So if you guys give me just I need to set here. You're gonna see a be right back for just a second. I need to adjust something. So it'll be about, you'll see be right back for about 30 seconds. And then it'll come back and everything should be good. But yeah, I'll be gone for about 30 seconds. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Doc's back. I had to do my out the window weather. By the way, guys, like I said, my out the window weather special reports that I do once a day. Check those out. And starting in February, not only will I be doing the out the window weather, but we are also going to be doing a daily Doc's daily dose. That's what it's going to see. Snowplow, keeping our roads clean. Up here in northern Mercer County. So some of you want to know where I'm at. So look on the map dot. That is Mavis Manor, and that is Flat Top Mountain, and this is Flat Top. So let's head on back, guys. We're gonna head on in and on back to the house. It's a bit chilly. I gotta see, they literally just come to the Mercer line, and now they're turning around and heading back. Hardcore, man. Hardcore. So, oh, battery low. Okay, well, you've still got a little bit of power there, but my battery says it's low on my phone because my phone does not like cold. So we're gonna have just enough power probably to head back to the house. So you guys should still be able to hear me for a little while as we head back to the house. I think if once it says the battery low power, I think I have like about 5 minutes. So we'll head back to the house. And I thank you guys all for hanging out. Thanks for liking, subscribing, all the other stuff that you're doing. Again, like I said, if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see my shorts are on TikTok and Instagram and and YouTube under X Dr. Firefly Mavis. So go check those out. Give me a like and a follow there. That'd be absolutely appreciated. And if you guys like to see the cool stuff I do on Rumble, Rumble is X Dr. Firefly, and the Let's Feed the Chickens archive is LTFC, and that's the archive of all the Let's Feed the Chickens stuff. So, and there should be links below, and if they're not here right now, they will be in the future. So come back with the links below for the Discord and all the other fun things that we do. Yeah. So, whew, my face feels cold. What is that, a doggy? I don't know what doggy you are. Go away, doggy. I don't know what doggy you are. Somebody's doggy's out. Oh, I think it's the neighbor's dog. I hope it's the neighbor's dog because it's going to get cold and I worry about doggies when they're out and about like that. Hopefully, I think it's just the neighbor's dog is out and about and isn't supposed to be out. And maybe they're just going to capture it in a few minutes. Okay. So now the smell is not something I like. I need to actually look around. I'm gonna walk up to the house real fast. I can't tell where this smell is coming from, but it doesn't have a clean wood smell right now like it did earlier. And those make me concerned. And actually, since my